Hey guys, Jimmy here. So, July is already here. It kind of like you blinked and it's done. I'm surprised. I'm in shock. I'm panicking. I'm I'm just panicking. But it's kind of a mellow panic because you guys are seeing me at the end of the panic. Like I spent all last month really panicking, like going at it full force. Like okay, I don't want to waste this year. I gotta put it to good use. I can't. I no. I'm not gonna. Blah 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 blah. And you spend all the time worrying and nothing gets done. So, yeah, that was my July. I panicked the entire time, but it's okay. I still got 6 months. I can turn 2021 into something. I have to because I left my job. I mean, it wasn't a good job anyways, but I got to put 2021 into use. So these are my new up to date resolutions with things that I think have a chance to work out. Make this year great. So for my first resolution is I want to stop feeling fat. I feel fat. I am fat. It's not like I'm standing in front of a mirror all the time and like, wow, that's warping me to look huge. No, I'm huge. I I get tired and out of breath. I'm winded waking up. Like I sit up and like, whoa, okay, you know, blood's rushing to my head. Everything's going crazy. No, no, no. Lie back down, and then I'll sleep for another 4 hours. And this is for so I can have more energy, more self confidence. I can live longer, etc., etc. And basically, I just gotta stop stressing out and stress eating, and just be healthy and smart about what I do. Just calm down and eat well and exercise. It's simple. Number two is I don't want to live with the rest of my life perpetually horrified, like just horrified of bicycle flats, because that's how I get anywhere, or I don't go anywhere. If I have a driver's license, then I can drive. I can go from one place to another, and in case this whole staying home and making revenue through the house doesn't work, with the car I'll be able to go to other places. I don't have to just get what's near here or get what's near people I know who might give me a ride. It'll just open up a great deal of options, and there's a bit of independence too. Like my social circle, which we'll see later, would really, really benefit from being able to drive. And it's just a matter of pushing people to teach me, because I have several people who are like, "Oh, we'll teach you," but we're all just too lazy to set anything up. So yeah, just be pushy, and it should happen. Number three is I want to have space. I want to have so much space. When I panic, I don't knock over things because I'm living with my parents, and I love my family, but this room is so crowded and dirty, and I want a fresh start. I want to get my own place. I'm 32, and that's too old for living with your parents. Even if we all get along, I love them, and it's fairly easy. But yeah, I need my own place, and I'll get there with a combination of driving so I can get better job if I have to, doing some things lower on this list to make money, saving, being responsible with my money, not being just getting over my fear of living by myself. I mean, just so you know, there's an AC unit in the back of my room, and I can't move it out. And the thing is, it takes liquid. It dehumidifies, so it's a ticking time bomb with mold. So number four is I want to start doing YouTube. Look at me, just look at me. Nothing. I'm not saying that I want thousands and thousands of subscribers or everything. It's just I've always thought YouTube looked fun. I like to talk. I'm talking to myself all the time. I find videos and audios really interesting looking. And I'm always on YouTube. I love watching Markiplier, Top 10 List, Piddlelass, Amanda the Jedi, Cyanide and Happy. I just SCP videos. I love it all. I don't know what I want to do. I guess right now I'm leaning towards this being a channel dedicated to just trying new things, just experiencing new things, reviews and bucket list stuff like that. And then number 5 is I want to put something out there. I want to put a lot of things out there, but right now I want to put just something out there. And what I mean by something is I want to publish something, multiple things, a lot of things. I don't know. And I love books. I really love to read. I like to write. My problem though is I hate to edit. I can't stand editing, because when you edit, you're constantly seeing that, okay, this is flawed, but then you don't see how it's flawed. You just notice it's flawed. And the hard thing about that, other than, when I used to have a job that didn't let me edit because I would come home and I would just stare at the screen for 6 hours and then go to bed crying, is that I need another pair of eyes. So if I get another pair of eyes and I learn to edit well, it should be possible. I'm not saying it's going to be easy, but I have all the tools to get it done. So I just need to pick something that I'm willing to do, know how to do it, and do it. And number 6 is stop freaking out of this one particular list I have. It's this one list that I made, and it started out years ago. And there are things on there that I wish aren't there, and I just keep arguing whether or not I should take them out. And what I'm talking about is I want to start chipping away at my bucket list. There are close to 2,000 things on there. And it's not like crazy things. Okay, there's some crazy things, but it's like shows, movies, games, toys that I want to play with, people I want to get to meet, people I want to reconnect with. And I just never got anything done because I kept saying, I'll do it tomorrow. I don't have time right now. I don't have money right now. But the thing is, I need to get it into my skull that tomorrow isn't anything. Like, I could wake up dead. If I wake up dead, then you know what? All this time procrastinating just didn't come. I lied to myself about a future that wasn't there. I need to take a leap of faith and just go to it. Just jump and hope I don't hit the ground. And number 7 is repetition is fine, but it shouldn't be mandatory. And it's just, I need to start trying new things, just generally, just consistently trying new things. Not just make lists and then check things off. No, just be okay with sitting down, watching something new, grabbing a book on random and just reading it. It doesn't have to be new to the world, just new to me. And just stop watching the same videos. Like, I've seen death battles, the same death battles, the Godzilla versus Gamera death battle a dozen times. I've seen just the same review from Cinemasker a dozen times. Just same series, same Simpsons episodes hundreds of times, no more. I don't want to keep adding to the list, because I keep finding out later on that things I could have seen and watched and done right there were worth the time, and then just piling onto the list. No, just get used to doing stuff and the moment and roll with it and just experience things. And I want to start doing it fancy. When I say fancy, I don't mean for, YouTube by any chance, although kind of for YouTube, but I want to get a gaming computer. And it's not just if the games are, the massive hype, but it's just, or even that there's a lot of different games that you can't get on anything else but PC, like StarCraft and SCP Containment Breach. I've always been curious about the computers. I've always been blah blah blah. Always been curious. And plus, I kind of want to be a VTuber. That's on my bucket list. And it's kind of hard to do with a computer like I have now, because the computer that I have now, and it's only here for money reasons, it will freeze using a Word document. Like, that is enough to just and get the screen to just flicker and wink at you and kind of be like, want me to detonate? I can start smoking. Number 9. And number 9 is something I hoped and prayed would never be an issue, because it didn't become an issue till after, in my mid-20s. And there's this one number. It's not a list, it's a number that's bigger than I want it to be, and I want to make it go smaller. And that's my credit card balance. This is the only debt I have. It's not a lot, but it's more than I want. And it just, I got into debt. For one, I had a friend that she was depressed and suicidal, and I spent money to help her and get her out of a bad situation. And 2, I worked at a stressful job, and when I stress, I purchase. And so now I just need a constant income and to not buy stupid shit. Number 10 is the opposite of number 9, and it's this tiny number. I want to make it look big and healthy and beefy and swole and kind of like a peacock, a cock of the walk, something that sticks its chest out and just it's straining against its clothes. And that's, I want to invest more. And I've invested a couple thousand. It's grown. But again, because I've been so bad with budgeting, it hasn't really taken off like it should have. And I mean, now that I'm in a slightly better position and I'm not spending as terrible, and I do have a bit of money because we got rid of an idiot in office, stock market shot up. And so, yeah, I need to do a little bit of research and everything. But I want to start investing. And I know it's worth it because if I look at the money that I invested, just the dividends, and I look at the money I put in a 10K plus CD, dividends paid out more. So, next. Okay, I don't know if you noticed this, but I'm stuttering a lot because I talk to myself a lot, but I stutter a lot because I panic when the words, they're gonna be experienced by somebody else, and that's because I'm not social. I'm not, and that's for a bunch of different reasons. I have low self-esteem. I'm jealous. I'm petty, and it's just all these things equal to what causes me to be scared of other people, but then place negative aspects on other people and judge them so harshly and then run away or just not even try talking to them at all. And you can't live like that. Like, you can't, and you shouldn't, even if you could, because not talking to people does lead to a lot of mental issues. Like, you're supposed to hug somebody a dozen times a day. I don't get hugs hardly. Well, I mean, my dogs love me, but still, people don't touch me. I don't get hugged. And number 12, it's like The Simpsons. You know how Marge and Homer say cuddle? Well, it's been over a year for me. And then before that, it was like 5 or 6 years, and I have a bad track record. So I don't want that. I don't want to make another record. I don't. So again, a lot of these little things would help. If I have a car, then I can take them out. If I have a place to hang out, we can hang out. If I have a job and able to talk because of YouTube and practicing everything, that'll make it easier too. And then I won't be so insecure, and then I won't get into some bad situations like I've had. Like, it can be comfortable, it could be peaceful, it could be just it's just another area that I freak out in, and because I freak out, I kind of want to do it. So yeah, those are my 12 New Year's resolutions. They're not impossible, and a lot of them are pretty easy to do as long as I make myself do it. That's kind of the thing, is just to sit down and do it. Like this video for the last 40 minutes, I was back and forth. Should I try to sleep or should I record it first? Should I try to sleep or should I record it first? And then I couldn't. Like, I just spent writing it down and still being unable to fix it. And then I went into the restroom and I sat down and I played Yu-Gi-Oh! Duel Links back and forth in my head. And I took a shower, and then I'm like, you know what? All of this stuff is doable if I sit down and do it. If I just make myself focus and get it done. So yeah, that's my list, and I'm gonna do everything I can to get it done. Anyways, this is Jimmy signing out. You guys have a good one. Bye.